Thank you so much. I think we should give them another round of applause, because standing up here and doing that, absolutely amazing. And now I'd like to welcome Stef back on stage to update us regarding the employability pillar.
Thank you very much. So, good afternoon. Good morning, rather. I put those there and I've got the right cue cards, I hope. I talked earlier about our 10 wonderful non-exec directors. You've met Chris. You'll probably meet some of the others later, because I think something's happening towards the end of today. I'm not sure what. The next person I want to invite on, if there is a square peg in a square hole for a role to actually help us mastermind our education strategy, this wonderful, inspirational human being is it. Ladies and gentlemen, Hayden Taylor.
Thanks, Stef.
Thank you. So before we get going, and I forgot to pick up the clicker.
Let's get that fixed then.
Thank you, it's there.
There we go.
Unlock, the year Unlock have had, you must, and Ben and the team must be amazing.
Yeah, it's been a pretty special year for us. For those that know my story, I started my organisation in Portsmouth age 16, and this year we celebrated our 10-year anniversary. And in that 10 years, we've reached 100,000 young people, delivered £10 million plus of social value for young people. So it's been a particularly special year. So yeah, thanks, Stef.
Congratulations.
It's been pretty epic.
Amazing. Well done. So, just like the last session, I'll talk about 2023, the highlights. This pillar of our programme has got so many highlights, you'll have to forgive me, it goes on to 2 slides. Hayden will then comment at the end. I'll then hand over to Hayden for the middle 3 pieces, and then I'll come back and talk about 24, and we'll wrap up as well. Kashia Stewart, take a bow. 2018, she walked into my office and said, I've got an idea. Why don't we try and get Stagecoach to lend us a bus for a day? We'll get some apprentices, and we'll actually go round and actually try and talk to some 15 and 16-year-olds about apprenticeships. 2018, 3 schools, 84 apprentices. 2023, 1,340 kids met an apprentice and talked to them for 30 or 40 minutes about life as an apprentice. Over 600 hours of free advice. You cannot buy that anywhere, and I'm so proud of what Kashia started and the team are now taking on, which I'll talk more about later. Our Explore Your Future programme that we actually rebranded and launched last year. Again, I want to thank Tony and the team from Spinnaker Tower, who went and actually trailblazed the pilot to actually get 30 kids in a room for an hour working on a business problem. The teacher feedback has been amazing. The children that are least engaged are now engaged. And Tony, thank you very much indeed, because you are setting the pilot, which now Kirsty and the team are taking on. The teachers then came to us and said, that's great, but can you possibly send in maybe pairs of your partners to come in with a mug of coffee at 20 to 9 in the morning and just talk about their career story, talk about their bumps in the road, talk about, the successes and failures. So the Business Breakfast programme was born, and again, we're rolling that out. And again, thank you for your support for that. Some of the words and comments that they've made, helpful, useful, interesting, eye-opening. What an amazing feedback we've got. Our Skills and Employability team, I'm delighted that Get Set UK are here today and join us as a patron, because they will now form one of 16 organisations that mastermind our education plans as Hayden sets our strategy. And I'm delighted to welcome them to the family. And I'm going to talk about Shaped by Solent soon, and by goodness me, that's going to be amazing. So I'm going to then leave some of these key parts here, but I want to go to the bottom here. I want to go to Ha Training, PMC, Mountjoy, and Vespasian. You guys trusted us with some of our care leaver, care experienced young adults to give them a chance. And I know it wasn't easy. You stayed with it, and thank you very much indeed. To these particular individuals, from Chloe to Georgina to Mel and the others, thank you all. You have actually been the lifeblood of these programmes this year, and I cannot thank you enough. Our own Sam McGrath and the enigmatic Kirsty Hill, who joined us in August, again has helped deliver one of the amazing sets of programmes in our education pillar. Hayden, it's just been amazing this year, isn't it?
It has. We've really achieved an enormous amount, but there's a lot more that we want to achieve moving forward. And I'm hoping today we can create that kind of rallying call for people to get behind all of the Explore Your Future programs.
Thank you very much. So it's Wednesday, it's the 24th of January. You're sitting down with your education non-exec director, and he said, look, I've got an idea about the next slot, okay? And at this point, if I see a mobile phone take a picture, we'll confiscate it, okay? Because Hayden, we're actually going to do something different with the audience today, aren't we?
That's the plan. So we want you to do a bit of self-reflection, really. So you've been doing a lot of listening. Okay, now I want you to put yourself back in the shoes of your 14-year-old self. Just want you to remember what that felt like, what was going on in your life at that moment in time. And we're going to ask you to reflect and share with us one piece of advice you wish you had given your 14-year-old self. And this was us, age 14.
But look, I'm going to say sorry, okay? All right, I'm really sorry. You've got cards on the table, and those at the back will be handed cards. Please, no pictures.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a Netflix serial killer story about this, but these are us as our 14-year-old self. We want you to put yourselves in your 14-year-old self's shoes. On your tables, you have a card, okay? I'd love you to grab one of those cards each. And I'm going to invite you to turn to the person next to you and share what that one piece of advice you would give to your 14-year-old self is. Then I want you to, using the pens, the coloured pens we've got around and biro pens you've got with you, to write down in the most creative fashion you can that piece of advice. And we're going to use these at Explore Your Future sessions in the future. So make them look pretty. And when we're talking about advice, we're talking about careers here. Not don't mix tequila and beer. Not you shouldn't have done that behind the bike shed. We want serious stuff here. You've got 3 minutes. Let's go.
Go. So we need Marion on one side and Jem on the other with the mics.
It doesn't have to be super serious, but something you think get a young person thinking. Hello, hi, how are we getting on? Doesn't have to be anything too serious, but something you think agitate and get people thinking. Hello, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So it doesn't have to be anything. Nice to meet you. It doesn't have to be anything too serious.
You and Stef look like you could be related.
People say that, don't they? It's quite scary, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we've actually done what we've been told.
Good, you have. Good effort. Good effort. And we're going to use them at future Explore Your Future sessions. That's really helpful. How are you getting on?
All right, it's not
What have
very
you got?
sexy. It's not very creative.
Oh, I love it.
It's a good one.
In fact, I'm going to come around and ask people to share. Would you mind sharing that?
No, I don't mind showing that.
That's brilliant. I love
Something
that.
good.
Simple but aspirational. I like it. How are we getting on? Okay. Doesn't have to be anything too deep. Comes to mind. We can use it as an agitation as the future Explore Your Future session. Anything you think you wish you'd heard at that moment in time that you perhaps didn't hear or you wish you heard more of. Okay? How are we getting on? All good? Doesn't have to be anything too serious. It can be just whatever comes to mind. And we're going to use it as an agitation at the future Explore Terence, what have you got? Okay, I've got a couple of assistants. What have you got?
It's okay. Good.
Can you go back?
Hayden, come on.
Hello?
Can we all come back? We'd like to now take this piece on.
Okay. Okay, team, can you all hear me okay? Good stuff. Hopefully you've had a chance to do a bit of self-reflection. And we're just going to pull out a couple of those reflections now. I think we've got Marion and the team around. So we've got one, just this chap here in the blue jumper. That would be great. Let's hear yours. We've got a mic coming to you. I'd love to just hear a few of these pieces of advice to your 14-year-old self.
So hang on, you're going to Dave Green, yeah?
That's the plan.
Man.
Not working. Can we turn the mic on? The roaming mic. Let's try again. Oh, that is a very strange sound, isn't it?
No, still there.
Okay. Does mine work? Let's see. Let's have a go. Oh, mine works. Here we go. You've seen this on GMTV. Okay, Dave, over to you.
Right, my one is follow your dreams. Do not let anyone tell you that you can't achieve anything.
Love that. Thank you. Terence, let's come to you.
I've got be brave, take risks, be different.
Love that. Thank you. Thank you. Brian.
Have a career plan.
Thank you. Create your own roadmap. Some really great reflections there. And we'll use some of these as agitation, as discussion points in our future Explore Your Future sessions. But we just wanted to change gear there, really, and get you to reflect on what it was like to be a 14-year-old. And all the Explore Your Future offer that we have for young people in this city is about helping them navigate the next steps in their life. We have Explore Your Future business breakfasts. We have Explore Your Future sessions, which are an hour exploration into different sectors and careers. And, of course, we have the apprenticeship bus. All of that designed to help make young people's lives easier and very symbiotic with the objectives of the Portsmouth Youth Cabinet, who were just exceptional earlier. With these two initiatives side by side, we can make a game-changing difference to young people in this city.
Indeed, thank you, and I think I'm back on now. So thank you all for doing that. Please leave your cards on the table. If you're in the chairs at the back, can you please actually just put them on any table at the front here, and we'll collect them during networking break. So Hayden's going to do the next piece as well. The next piece is where, in terms of taking on from what the Youth Cabinet have asked for, we were very proud last year during an interview session at one of the schools to meet one of the most incredible 15-year-olds that I've ever met in my life. And we're about to bring Imogen Hambry on, who's 15 years and 364 days old today. Okay? And if you need any proof whatsoever of giving one of these 15 or 16-year-olds a job, ladies and gentlemen, please meet the incredible Imogen Hambry. Well done. Hayden, all yours.
So, Imogen, I think we were incredibly lucky to have you with us at Shaping Portsmouth. So what I really want to know is, what was your experience like? And how did it differ to what you thought it might be like coming into a kind of a formal workplace environment?
Well, I really enjoyed my experience.
One sec. Imogen, one sec.
Hello. Oh yeah, I've got a mic that works. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely different. It wasn't different to what I thought it would be. My first day, it was really welcoming. Everyone was so friendly to me, and I think coming in, I was really nervous. So having that was amazing. And I thought the workplace would be strict. It would be scary, but it wasn't. It was just so amazing. But it was professional, guys. It was very professional.
I love that. And you had such an impact in the time that you were with the Shaping Portsmouth team. And I love that we're living and breathing the values that we're espousing to you today. So all of these wonderful people have just written down a piece of advice they would give to their 14-year-old self. That's perhaps not so far in the past for you. What piece of advice would you give yourself as a 14-year-old now, having had the experience that you've had?
So being 14 was only 2 years ago, but there is quite a lot of advice that I'd give to myself. I'd tell myself to be confident and as well to not be scared to express my ideas because they will be heard.
Love that, and certainly they were heard, and you've made a big difference to our education programmes in the time that you were with us. Okay, and then the final point, and I think this is where we'll wrap this up. What would you like to see employers in this room doing? Having had the experience you've had, having heard the rallying call from the Portsmouth Youth Cabinet, what would you like to see employers doing?
I think employers need to employ more young people. They need the experience. Having the experience that I've had with Shaping has been absolutely life-changing. People need to hear the views of young people because we are the future. So having them, bring them on into your team is life-changing to them, and it could really benefit your guys' business. Completely agree. Can we please put our hands together for Imogen Hambry, please?
Well done. Well done.
And Imogen and any of the 3 previous Youth Cabinet speakers, if you are also looking for a teenage employment opportunity, I'm very willing to make that happen because, Jesus Christ, the talent was just exceptional this morning. Stef?
Yes, so we're going to go to the pledge. You can see that we've got 1 or 2 gremlins in the system. And for the pledge, we were going to go to the 2024 programmes. So we'll just have to wait and see what the guys do. But if you can, Hayden, can you maybe talk to the Mentimeter process we're going to go through, and we hope to get the tech to catch you up.
Sure, no problem. So every year I stand here on this stage and ask for your help. We cannot give the honest, inspiring, real career stories to the next generation without your help. You are integral. What we're not looking for is clinical, polished success stories. We're looking for real-life career stories. The offer from Shaping Portsmouth to this city's young people is really clear. We've got our business breakfast, we've got our Explore Your Future sessions, we have our apprenticeship bus, and we have our programme supporting the Youth Cabinet. So what I'd like you to now do is just take a moment to commit to something you're willing to do in 2024. You can see on the screen behind me, we've got a QR code. I'd love you to grab your phone right now and scan that QR code. It's going to take you to a Mentimeter page, and we're going to ask you to make a public pledge. What are you going to do to inspire our next and future generation in 2024? And this is a public pledge because we're hoping to be able to show someone on the screen, on social media after today. Just have a minute to chat to the people on your table and make that pledge, because we couldn't do it without you.
Hayden, thank you very much indeed. So that's going to be open for the rest of the morning and the rest of the day, so please take that time. I know it's an anonymous pledge you're making, so we will gather them up, and if your pledge, you want to actually become sort of known for it, then please get in touch with us. You know how much we value your support and volunteering. So I just want to go back to here. What do you reckon? Could Hayden be my love child? What do you reckon?
Too many people have said that now. It's quite concerning. And too many people say, I still look too similar to the image on the left. And I was like, that is not the case.
Yeah.
And on the same day, I went to the Sainsbury's local and got ID'd for a packet of paracetamol.
Right. So the last point on this, right, the last point. How long did it take you to dig out that picture from your phone?
About 12 seconds.
Right. So Liz and Gemma, I was in the attic an hour and a half trying to find mine, okay? So just to give you that point. Okay, all right. So seriously, 2024, we are going to clearly continue the week after next with our apprenticeship bus programme. And have you seen the wrapping of the bus? It's around town now. It is absolutely incredible. And Simon Ingram and the team, take a bow, because what you've done is absolutely fantastic. We're going to have 22 businesses supplying our apprentices. The British Army apprentices are going to be with us for the first time, and it's quite amazing. Simon and the team have done an amazing job this year, and I'm very proud that Simon, as Managing Director of Mountjoy and a patron, has taken his time to get passionately involved in that, and thank you very much, Simon and the team. We're going to talk and continue to offer our free to schools, support in EYF. I don't care if I'm stealing someone else's breakfast. School budgets are under that much pressure. We will continue to deliver this highly valuable set of programmes free to our schools, and I will never apologise for that in the remaining 2.5 hours I'm CEO. Choose employability. We've talked about choose employability. I am very, very proud that yesterday Kirsty, Amanda Percy and the team launched the actual Care Leavers Academy actually on Wednesday, and that is going to be a game changer for the city. The youth employment piece I talked about earlier, which is, on the second bullet here, you've seen Joe talk about it, you've heard Hayden talk about it. I know the council are concerned about some of the parts of the process. We will do it in partnership with you, but we are going to do it. We want more Imogens getting work experience over the next few years, but we will follow the process, we will do the safeguarding, we will do everything properly, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it, and we want to try and get 20 people into employment this year. In terms of the school attendance campaign, we are going to work with Amanda Percy and the team to actually try and work out and get some champions who actually do go to school. They're not all PGS or whatever schools. They are people from Lamport, from Nelson, and people who actually are making a success, and we're going to try and make them a showcase to make sure that going to school is the right thing to do. Shaped by Solent is a committed part of our programme, and when you get to meet Dave Humphreys, you'll know he's as passionate about that programme as I am. And finally, before I ask Hayden for his sum up, we're going to try and respond to the needs of all our schools. We have 11 senior schools, state funded, and we're working with all of them now. And we are going to try and continue to give those kids the best advice, the best roadmap to their career, the best way of exploring their future we can. And Hayden, I'm very proud that you and Dave are now going to lead this with Kirsty into next year.
We've got an exciting plan ahead, and as I say, we can't do it without all of your help. I'd love you, as we move into the networking break, to think about the questions we've asked of you this morning. What pledge are you going to make moving into 2024 to help make the future of young people in Portsmouth even brighter, and perhaps to chat through those pieces of advice you'd give your 14-year-old self. I've seen a very eclectic mix, that's for sure. So a big thank you for all you do. Team Portsmouth, you are making an enormous difference already, but in 2024, we've got to raise the bar.
And can you say, put your hands together for Hayden Taylor, our non-exec director.